Students from Tzu Chi School snatched international awards for their outstanding marketing plan and invention. We learn about the Vinci surgical robotic arm, which reduces the number of complications and speed up recovery for patients. Welcome to DaAi Headlines. I'm Siri. Thank you for joining us. As we reported previously, a deadly fire occurred at Grenfell Tower in London on June 14th, killing at least 79 people. Many of the fire victims have lost everything, and they're still searching for their families or friends. Tzu Chi volunteers headed to the affected area to comfort the affected residents.
A deadly fire scorched the Grenfell Tower in London, which shocks many. Some policemen are still there to ensure public safety. In the UK, people can gather together in a public area to express their views on public issues. The person standing in the middle of the crowd is a teacher. He tells everyone that many of the fire victims have lost everything. Some passionate residents also show their support for the firefighters' hard work. Tzu Chi volunteers have helped out at many material collection stations. People from different parts of the country also came to source the relief supplies donated by many residents.
I've come here just because there's so much to be done in sorting out clothes for the victims of this terrible fire, and happening on my doorstep. I couldn't be silent or do nothing.
We've got so many people helping. Adam's one of our volunteers. He lives nowhere near where Grenfell Tower is, but he's come from far and wide, like most of the volunteers have, which is extremely heartwarming.
It is very hot here and everyone's sweating. There are about 50 to 60 people joining this effort, including Tzu Chi volunteers and other volunteers. Everyone works very hard to sort out clothing from that pile of relief supplies.
Besides helping deliver supplies to a community center for affected residents, volunteers also exchange contact information with the head of a distribution center.
I told him that currently there are many volunteers helping sort the clothes. As for the mid- and long-term cooperation, he thinks we have the possibility to work together. We will later discuss how to cooperate with each other through emails.
All of the pictures on this wall are the people who are missing in a fire, while some people have been desperately searching for their loved ones with posters. Many others also bring flowers and blessing letters to mourn their loss.
In Taiwan, the teachers and students from Department of Medical Imaging and Radiological Sciences at Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology have developed bioactive fiber from quinoa extract. The students' invention has won the Impact's gold medal and special awards in the United States. For people who suffer from cuts or burns, wound healing is very important. The teachers and students from Department of Medical Imaging and Radiological Sciences at Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology have cultivated bioactive fiber with quinoa extract, which can stimulate collagen and tissue growth.
We've extracted quinoa stem cells and cultivated bioactive fiber, which can help advance wound healing.
As early as 3 years ago, Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology has been researching on ways to increase the value of quinoa in agriculture. Now they're also developing its biomedical usage.
Considering that farmers need our help, we teach them to grow quinoa. We also help develop these biomedical products that can be brought to the international platform. This way, we can increase the profits of the farmers.
Their invention has helped them obtain Impact Special Award at Invention and New Product Exposition held in the United States. The team will use the invention to help more farmers improve their profits and life quality. In a related story, students from Department of Marketing and Distribution Management at Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology have created a successful marketing plan for farmers. Their outstanding performance has allowed them to obtain a silver medal at the 2017 Global Brand Planning Competition held in Singapore. Since a lot of farmers who grow organic products are not familiar with marketing, the teacher and students from the Department of Marketing and Distribution Management of Tzu Chi University of Science and Technology have created a marketing plan for them.
We hope that through this social networking site, Shopline, and his personal websites, customers can find the needed information.
With the name Nature Classroom Without Pollution, the farm has been turned into a place to learn about organic farming and ways to be eco-friendly.
Young people should also learn about the source of our food. In the process, we will discover problems that farms face.
Having created a successful marketing plan for the farms, the students' outstanding performance allows them to obtain a silver medal in the 2017 Global Brand Planning Competition held in Singapore. In Taiwan, at Tzu Chi's 4-in-1 camp for team leaders in Sanchong, Tzu Chi volunteers from Malaysia learned about Tzu Chi's education mission. Since Jingsi Books and Cafe initiated a book drive for schools in remote regions, some volunteers also raised funds to support this project. As the lecturers talk about Tzu Chi's education mission, Tang Su Li from Malaysia listens attentively because she has 2 special children. To come to Taiwan to attend a 4-in-1 camp, she had to first find the money for her plane ticket.
In order to come back for the 4-in-1 camp, I withdrew money from my insurance policy.
Besides getting a plane ticket, Tan also had to ask somebody to babysit her children. Fortunately, her husband has supported her.
My husband works in Butterworth. For me to take this trip, he rushed back to Penang from Butterworth during lunch break to bring the children home before returning to his office.
Jingsi Books and Cafe has initiated a book drive for schools in remote regions. Supporting this book drive, Cheng Su's son raised enough money to buy 31 sets of books in just 3 days.
It is a rare opportunity to send Jingsi aphorisms to schools, where teachers will explain their meaning. In Malaysia, we can donate books, but usually we don't have teachers to teach them. So I'm happy to find out we have this project. I want more people to support this book drive and make this a success.
Tzu Chi volunteers in Malaysia have overcome many difficulties to travel to Taiwan to learn Tzu Chi's principles and are now even more diligent in cultivating their Tzu Chi path. Implementation of the Long-Term Care Act 2.0 has encountered a difficult challenge: recruiting case managers. Typically, Type A care centers only have 2 case managers who are responsible for pairing seniors with the care. Unfortunately, not all of the staff are in place at the moment. Follow our report today as we meet a caseworker.
我先去甲你看，你若要订申请，就对我遮个订申请好啊。你迄当阵是申请的时阵，你是迄种居家服务是一礼拜几间啊？阿公敢开起啊？还是搁咧困
This thick stack of information related to home visits is part of Ms. Song's regular work routine. She is a care manager at the Tainan City Care Management Service Center. Each case requires a personal home visit.
恁太太？
查人啦，你唔讲查人，恁老的。
恁查人咧？
查人有啦。
有吼，伊最近身体敢有好好？
差不多啦。
差不多哈。
差不多。
长照中心那边会给我们那是。
The Care Management Service Center gives us cases, and we need to pay a visit within a week. We first go and take a look to see the situation and learn about their physical and mental state, and then look at their environment and inquire about their family situation.
This time she is visiting Mr. Chen, who suffers from dementia. His wife also has Parkinson's disease, as this old couple rely upon their son for care.
Mother's condition is quite serious and I don't have any expertise. When I feed her, if she gets a bacterial infection and doesn't take medicine, I worry that she may choke.
Case managers are trained to listen carefully to the needs of these elders and also have knowledge about base care and a background in social work and can make the necessary plans for elder care.
Visits include examining the environment to see what you can do and what areas you can't manage by yourself and where you need assistance. After paying a visit, they make an assessment and develop a type of care plan.
Just a few months after the Long-Term Care Act went into effect, Ms. Song seems to have an endless number of cases to review.
We have both the old cases on hand as well as new cases we must immediately address, so we must do about 50 to 60 cases a month.
Taiwan currently has only 34 case managers. This makes visiting rural areas quite difficult. Hualien County has a vast area of some 137.5 kilometers from the south to the north. The Mennonite Christian Hospital has been designated a Type B care center under 2.0, with Chen Suzhen being one of the case managers.
It
may take 3 hours to visit a solitary senior, including car transport. This means that a typical case manager may only see 2 cases a day. This particular case manager clearly understands the problems associated with the implementation of the Long-Term Care Act.
From my perspective, not many people in this area apply for services associated with the Long-Term Care Act because the response time may be slow.
Due to this reason, case managers try to serve the case they are assigned as quickly as possible. However, many of the case manager positions at Type A care centers have yet to be filled.
Now I need to repair their homes, recruit more staff, and do many other things. There's quite a lot of work to do. Also, at the beginning, these duties are more difficult.
It's difficult yet compassionate work. After more than a year of work in the field, Lin Wenru, who studied senior services in the university, is now working at a daycare center, taking care of elders, looking after those who suffer from dementia. Compared with her classmates, she may suffer when it comes to salary and social status.
I believe that the status of caregivers in the eyes of these elders is pretty low when compared to other professions.
Aging is something that is unstoppable. We are very concerned about this issue, as the market for such services isn't shrinking, but in fact growing.
More demand for long-term care means that more professionals will need to enter this program. Unfortunately, there isn't a professional system in place, which allows for promotion and advancement, such as in neighboring Japan, where those with experience can become supervisors.
In the future, those who serve as caregivers with a certain period of time will be able to take a test to become a care manager.
In Japan, caregivers typically assist case managers and could solve the current problem associated with the lack of staff at this position.
With medical advances, the Da Vinci surgical robotic arm is able to make a small incision and operate with high precision. It is often used in patients requiring difficult surgeries, such as prostate cancer. Help from this robotic arm allows many patients to reduce the number of complications.
62-year-old Mr. Wong and his wife are walking together. From their physical appearance, it's difficult to see he had just finished prostate surgery.
It's amazing that I could get out of bed the next day. I was even able to walk around. These 4 wounds will soon disappear and won't hurt anymore.
Mr. Wong suffered from an enlarged prostate and had undergone transurethral resection of the prostate. Now his situation has worsened to become prostate cancer, making further surgeries more difficult with fear of injury to blood vessels or nerves, leading him to take radiation therapy. Now with the Da Vinci robot arm, he can eradicate his cancer cells while significantly reducing surgical complications.
Found when they put in the tube yesterday afternoon to now, he has only had a little bit of leakage, with most of it being him able to urinate on his own. So far, he hasn't been suffering from leakage and is able to relieve himself on his own.
After the introduction of the Vinci robotic surgery in Taiwan, prostate surgery accounted for more than 70% of such procedures, with Taiwan seeing some 6,000 cases being carried out. The main reason for the use of the robot arm is because the prostate is at the bottom of the pelvic cavity, near the bladder and the urethra, which are full of blood vessels and nerves. This requires precise technology to carry out such an operation. In the past, physicians carrying out surgery didn't risk injuring these sensitive parts. However, use of a Da Vinci robot arm allows 10 times magnification and 3D stereoscopic imaging, leading cancer cells to be eliminated more easily.
Because of this robotic arm, I can see more clearly when doing this surgery because magnification effect is quite good, allowing me to remove more cancer cells and leave the nerves and blood vessels intact.
Another advantage of this type of prostate removal surgery is greater ease when it comes to suturing due to its location at the bottom of the pelvis, with the urethra and bladder posing a difficult challenge. With the Da Vinci robot arm able to rotate 270 degrees, offering more flexibility in performing sutures and avoiding post-operative urinary incontinence.
Doing laparoscopic suture is very difficult, as we basically need to connect the urethra and the bladder. As we use this robotic arm to do sutures and reinforce the front and back and allow the recovery to go faster.
The Da Vinci robotic surgery arm is especially suited to high-risk third-stage prostate cancer. It offers good results along with minimal damage to surrounding nerves and blood vessels. The cost of such surgery is about $6,000 with health insurance only covering expenses associated with traditional prostate surgery, leading patients to cover the remaining expenses.
Green banana skin contains a lot of tryptophan, which can be converted into serotonin. When there's much serotonin in one's blood, it can stabilize one's emotion. Some experts said that if you blend milk with green banana peels and drink it, it can help you sleep better.
觉得很不可思议吧？香蕉皮可以吃吗？感觉好像脏脏的吧。
You eat banana skin only under this condition.
If you eat banana skin after breaking up with someone, the bitter and astringent taste will wake you up.
This means to be a joke, but it is true that eating green banana skin can heal the broken heart.
And the green banana skin is a precursor of serotonin, and we call it 5-HT. After you eat it, it can be transformed into serotonin within 5 minutes, and it can help stabilize one's emotions. Look at this banana skin. It is still hard.
还蛮浓郁的，然后有香蕉的香味，对，会不会涩涩的？不会。
The protein in the milk combines with the tannin and reduces the astringent taste.
If there is not enough serotonin in one's brain, it will cause you depression. But on the other hand, it can stabilize your emotions. Nutritionists suggest eating food with tryptophan as it can produce serotonin.
This soybean product contains around 500 milligrams of tryptophan. Furthermore, the milk also contains a lot of calcium, and it can help relax our muscles.
If you eat the right food, it can help you fight back negative emotions. And green banana skin is valuable too.
The Taiwan Prevent Blindness Foundation has created a mobile eye clinic which can do diagnosis, treatment, and even surgery. In the future, it hopes to deploy this vehicle to developing countries to help treat eye diseases.
These children hold smartphones and continually play with them. Young children also play with 3C products all day, leading their vision to seriously decline. This is especially true for rural school children whose vision has become a serious problem. According to data in the Hualien, Taidong, and Pingdong area, only 40% of children who suffer from poor vision visit an eye doctor. This is well below the national average.
For example, we know that the vision of indigenous people is very good, but later we have found that their lack of medical resources means they have little chance to have their vision checked.
The Taiwan Prevention Blindness Foundation this year began to visit rural areas to do eye checks to try and close the gap between urban and rural areas. At present, they also plan to build a similar mobile clinic to help bring Taiwan care into international communities, potentially entering Nepal, Vietnam, Cambodia, and other developing countries. This will mean that doctors, in addition to providing medical treatment, will be able to do immediate surgery on the spot.
Our plan for this mobile clinic is to have 5-star clinic equipment to do all eye exams, including visual screening and ocular pressure checks. We also aim to do surgeries like cataract surgery and vitrectomy.
According to a WHO report, by the year 2020, there will be 76 million blind people in the world. This translates into one blind person for every 100 persons in the world. Many are reminded to get regular vision checks and avoid overuse of eyes to maintain one's vision.
Each year rains in May and June, ushering the blooming season for Amorphophilus hirtus. This plant recently bloomed after the bout of rain in southern Taiwan.
Visiting Shoushan Mountain, a large blossom appears on the pathway that even surprises experts.
This is
a native species to Taiwan. After it blooms, it withers in just 3 to 4 days. Amorphophilus hirtus at Shoushan Mountain is in its blossoming phase. This one is about 200 centimeters high, and there is already a pathway trodden by tourists.
There's a foul stench. Before the smell, it's beautiful.
The stench of the Amorphophilus hirtus blossom isn't to attract tourists, but flies and insects.
When insects come in, it might have some poisonous gas, and it will knock out the insect. When the pistil is mature, it will release the insects. Then the insects will help pollinate.
Amorphophilus hirtus is also known in Mandarin as the gun of thunder, named aptly as it appears during the May-June rainy season and for the shape of the bulb it forms, which looks like a gun from ancient times. As southern Taiwan is currently experiencing some rainfall, the blossom is in full bloom. Shoushan Mountain has a smaller version of the Amorphophilus hirtus. Both are native Taiwanese species, and should viewers like to take a look in person, a trip to Shoushan before the end of June would be best.
Tainan City is encouraging people to adopt stray dogs and putting them to work. Kaiyuan Elementary School adopted a dog for 6 months, and teachers found it has been helpful in keeping children emotionally stable. Now this dog, Wang Wang, has become children's best friend.
This gentle voice should be enough to calm anyone down. However, Wang Wang doesn't seem to heed the instruction. Wang Wang is less than 1 year old and came to the Kaiyuan Elementary School in March. 2 students volunteered to look after this dog's care.
I was taking him out, and then he accidentally peed on my foot.
He's naughty just like some kids. He's young, so he doesn't understand much.
Although Wang Wang causes a lot of trouble for these kids, they never seem to get angry. This is because Wang Wang can accompany kindergarten children and is a good assistant to this resource teacher.
Actually, Wang Wang plays an important role in our school as he is an active listener. This can play a role in counseling children, as we believe he is also a good medium for valuing the importance of all life.
Teaching the value of life of all sentient beings is something that is taught to these children through the stray dog. All of these teachers and students at this school care for Wang Wang and share their love and respect.
I hope that he can become a good friend to all of the students in the school and also teach them not to be afraid of dogs.
In the United States, Chicago Chinese Times recently held its annual book fair in Chicago. At the book fair, Tzu Chi Chicago chapter also set up a stall displaying Buddhism-related publications. We'll leave you with these images. Thank you for joining us. Goodbye.